All right. Here with Rick Brunson, father of Mavs guard Jalen Brunson. Rick, you played in the NBA. You played high level basketball in the NBA. If I'm not mistaken, your career was what, 9 years? 9 years in the NBA?
Yep. Played 9 years. Yep.
9 years in the NBA. You played on a Temple University squad that went to the Elite Eight. So you're no stranger to big moments on high level basketball. But what is it like to watch your son?
Well, first of all, it's nerve wracking, because you have no control of the situation. It's your son out there. So, like I was just telling you before we got on, I'd rather be in my house is watching at home. Sometimes being here live, man, I got to walk around the arena. I get nervous, but also it's exciting. We put the work in all these years, and to see it come true and watch him out there playing in the NBA, it's amazing. And I'm happy. Our family's happy. And obviously he's happy doing something that he's loved, man. So it's just a great experience right now.
What are the similarities? I mean, on the base level. I mean, I know I could ask you to get deep, and I'm not going to do that. But on the base level, what are the similarities and the major differences between you and Jalen?
Well, the similarities are like we're very intense in terms of like, when we go do our job, it's about our job. I would say, obviously, I taught him how to work hard, put everything into his craft. Um, to be kind of a prankster off the court, be kind of funny, joking around all the time. But as a basketball player, there's no similarities. Jalen is obviously way much better player than I ever was. And so, I was a defensive type player, that I was scrappy, I could guard, offensively, I just wasn't that good. And that's what he does best. And so, yeah, I would say, the difference is, Jalen, when he started getting into the NBA, I kind of said to him, like, you have to pick up another hobby, like golf. So, and I really meant that. And I kind of introduced him to playing golf because I know when I played, you got so involved in basketball and so intense that it just like, it consumes your life. And I wanted him to enjoy basketball, love it, but also get away from it at times. And so now we enjoy playing golf against each other too. So that's pretty fun.
You talk about you think Jalen is a better basketball player than you were at your height, and obviously he hasn't even reached his height yet. Most parents that I've ever met, whether it's basketball, Rick, or anything in life, they want their children to excel at higher levels than they did. They want their children to be better than them. Obviously, I would assume that is the case with you. Not just saying he's got a better, basketball game than you had at your height, but you want him to be better than you, I would assume.
Oh, definitely. Obviously, I went through the ringer in terms of understanding what it takes to be an NBA player. And then obviously being there, watching what it takes to be a great NBA player or a good NBA player. I played on 8 different teams. I just knew I always, would tell them like, whatever you do the work now, put the work in now, it'll pay off for you later. I would say late in my career, I learned how to work hard. You know what I mean? Like living, breathing, eating basketball. So I kind of taught him that, just to, just take a different path than I took. When you're not drafted, it's just a hard road. You know what I mean? And him being drafted in the second round, and then him getting opportunity to play and taking advantage of it, it's just been a blessing for all of us. And to watch him in college, obviously at Villanova, and to win 2 national championships. Like you said, I played in the Elite Eight. I never experienced the Final Four. So, he's done things obviously that I've never, ever dreamt of. So it's just been great. And we're all excited for him and happy for
him. The bottom line is when your son wins 2 national championships, he's College Player of the Year, but yet, even though it's a blessing to get drafted, as you said, he only gets taken in the second round. He's often overlooked. He hasn't always gotten, to certain extents, the credit he deserves. How have you taught him? How have you taught Jalen how to deal with not getting the accolades sometimes he deserves?
Well, that's the difference. That's another thing you learn in this business. And I've always raised them. We don't get caught up we don't want to stand on top of a building and pound our chest and say, look at me. I mean, he's been prepared. I told him, you're not in terms of a NBA type player, it's not sexy to be Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Because he's Mr. Consistency, and consistency doesn't sell. It's boring. So from day one, getting drafted was great. But at the end of the day, I tell him, I don't care if you're number 1 pick, number 60th pick, you have to perform. You have to make the team, in terms of, every year. And if you go through his draft, it's only been 3 years. There's guys that's in the lottery. There's guys in the first round that's not even in the league. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's great to get drafted, but you want longevity. So I've always preached to him longevity. That's all we worked about. All we talked about is longevity. And so now people say now, oh, he's a steal. Now he's a steal. At the end of the day, he got the opportunity, he took advantage of it because he can play. And when you're a college basketball player of the year, you win 2 national championships. You have to be doing something right. And he's a winner. And it's proven at this level, he's been winning. He's won at every level, and hopefully continues to win.
Couple last questions, Rick. Lori was kind enough to send some photos.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind when the photo that sticks out? 2 photos stick out to me. You're in the pool, and you're holding a young Jalen, and you're on the street. It is clearly Halloween time because Jalen's in a Halloween costume. Just as a parent and as a father, what goes through your mind when you look at those photos and see you guys then and see where time is now?
Man, it's funny, parents say things about their kids. I remember he was little, like this is true stuff. Like he was so passionate about basketball then, like everything was basketball. And he wanted to be, I played for the Knicks, and when he was that age, and he just loved Allen Houston, loved Larry Johnson. Like those are his guys, and Sprewell. And just as, and those times, remember, so that Halloween, that was 99. The reason why I know that is because there's no way I could take him. We started the NBA season on Halloween, and that was a lockout year. So I had the opportunity to spend time with him and take him. And it was fun, and then obviously in our pool, swimming and stuff, just having a good time with him, man. You just look back and that's how I look at Jalen. And I know a lot of parents say this, like you never look at your kid as like Jalen Brunson or LeBron James. Like you just remember him when they were little, man. They used to cry. That's how I look at my child. And it's fun to look at those pictures, and it brings back memories, and great memories at that. So it's just, like I said, it's just a great time right now. But I'll tell you this though, Texas has been good to Jalen. He's won a national championship in Houston, a national championship in San Antonio, and hopefully we can win an NBA title in Dallas. That'll be nice.
That would be the trifecta, man.
We good in Texas.
I love the sound of that. And last question, Rick, what inspiration do you believe your son gives to other young people when they look at his plight and they look at his journey and they look at where he is, where he was, and everything it's taken to get to this point? What inspiration does he give other young people?
What inspiration is, like, Jalen is your normal kid. He's a 6'1", guy that's not great athletically, but he put so much work into his craft. He loves to work. He's not like your 7-foot high flying great athlete that the NBA looks for. He's just a regular guy who works hard and happened to get lucky, because there's a little luck involved to get to this point and make it. And people look at him and like, damn, like if he can do it, I could do it. But the journey to get here, people don't see that. Putting all those hours into the gym, putting all the time into studying, sacrificing video games, sacrificing hanging out with your friends. There's a lot that goes into this, but he definitely inspires people to, and I say people like just the normal people who think they can't make it. He's just one of 1,000 stories in the NBA. It's not, to me, you got 30, 40 great NBA players. The rest of those guys are the Jalen Brunson of the world, man. They all have a story, and then we have a story. So that's about it.
Very last question. I remember your high top fade, man. And I'm looking at Rick, I remember your high top fade. I see your son, he has the pseudo high top fade. I look at me, I look at you. What do you prepare him for later on in life, man, when it comes to that?
I tell him, I said, yo, it started right here in the corners. I said, yo, man, like, it's all good now, but you're 30, man. It's gonna turn left. And he swear that it ain't gonna. I was like, all right, that's why I said I had all that good, the curly hair. I had all that. But no, man. People don't realize keeping a bald head is harder than having hair, man. Like, shaving every other day is like crazy. I hate it.
Yeah, me too. But that's what you have to look forward to.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Rick. Let me stop this.